The beauty of the Connecting Champions program is that it really does allow a kid to be a kid again. They're no longer a patient. They are no longer, something to cry over. They are a child. They get to think about what they could be when they grow up, what they want to be when they grow up, what they love, and they focus on that. They perseverate on it, and they just move with it. And the amazing thing is that whole idea that even that question, what do you want to be when you grow up, that gives a family hope. That gives the family back their child. Because whenever, especially in the world that I inhabit, when your child is diagnosed with cancer, they are the ideas, the hopes, the dreams, the expectations you have for that child are gone as a parent, and everything you thought you wanted for your child is going to be different now, and this brings that child back.
For our second of three panels, I wanted to invite three people from children's hospitals around the country. So it's pretty cool. I think these three people are representative of the history of Connecting Champions and also the future. So we have Dr. McAllister, who is the Chief Pediatric Oncologist at Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, which is where we launched our pilot program and we've been for the last 9 years. And then Dr. Tomboc, who's down at WVU Medicine Children's Hospital, which is the newest hospital that we're launching our physical program in this year, which we're really excited about. We've been working on this since, really I've been dreaming of it since I was 19 years old. So that's been really exciting. And then Michele Rothstein from Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital in Cleveland, which was the first place that we launched our virtual program, which we've now launched in 5 cities across the country. So Dr. McAllister, I wanted to start with you because you've known us for the longest and ask you, what impact does Connecting Champions have on the hospital as a whole?
I think I can speak for our entire team of pediatric oncologists and all of our nursing and nurse practitioners and physician assistants when I say that Connecting Champions has made our job easier. And the way it's made our job easier is to make our patients feel more comfortable, more understood, more heard. They're having more fun when they're going through their treatments, and the stress level is down and everything goes more smoothly. And we are so grateful that Connecting Champions is there for our patients, and we hear that their experience is made better by it.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. We are certainly incredibly grateful that as we've built this pretty historic partnership over the years, how you have fully integrated us into the hospital care team and how much of an impact that's made on the growth of our program as well, not just in Pittsburgh, but laying a foundation for expansion to all of these other hospitals in the coming years too. So thank you. And Dr. Tomboc, I wanted to move to you now and ask you, you're at a really exciting time at WVU Medicine where you are launching your first standalone children's hospital next year. And I'm really interested, you were really passionate about bringing our program as you're launching in that hospital, preparing for that launch. And it would be wonderful if you could chat more about why it's so important to bring a program like ours as you are expanding and launching that new hospital.
With the opening of our new standalone children's hospital, getting Connecting Champions on board is vitally important, primarily because it makes us focus and think about the quality of life of our patients and their families as we move into this new children's hospital, as we grow our pediatric cancer program, and as we expand our services and our ability, as not only in my program, but in the entire children's hospital. Connecting Champions helps us, assures that we are always thinking about the family's quality of life, the child's quality of life, and their experience, and assuring that is the best possible, that's at the forefront of our thoughts. It's very important to medically treat these patients and treat them the absolute best way possible at the highest standard of care available. But it assures that we take care of the whole patient and the whole family. It's not just the medical side of what we're doing, it's also the human side of what we're doing. And both of those are vitally important when you're taking care of a child.
Dr. McAllister, you've been on our board. You obviously are have been a huge part of our strategic planning and the DNA of our organization. And I love hearing Dr. Tomboc talk about the different parts that come with treating a child, treating the entire child. And one thing that's really important for us is making sure that we are understanding that impact. What are we truly doing so that we can understand what's going well, what's not going well, how do we improve that, how do we implement evidence-based outcomes-driven solutions to this field and to these patients and kids and families and young adults so that we can make sure that we are constantly driving lower distress for families, that we are driving positive child development, continuing those milestones, that we're driving helping kids and young adults develop a greater than cancer identity as well as a post-cancer plan. Would you be able to talk about the importance of that or the uniqueness of that?
I appreciate that Connecting Champions has taken an effort to analyze their outcomes, and I've seen some of the comments and some of the evaluation forms that our parents of our patients have filled out, and I see the positive impact that they're reporting. Things like, we enjoyed Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh more because of Connecting Champions. Those kind of statements really mean a lot.
Michelle, I feel like this is a perfect time to bring you on because I think that we have a very similar vision for what a healthy child, what a healthy young adult with cancer looks like. And so you run the H.O.P.E program at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, Healthy Outcomes, Positive Energy, which has been around for a while, like our program, and has made some pretty amazing impact on many kids' lives as well. And one that I've been really excited, our whole team has been excited to partner with you, especially in this coronavirus era of virtual programming. And we've been able to put together a weekly cooking series for kids across the country to be able to come together over Zoom and meet a different chef from many different states and cities each week and cook from the comfort of their hospital bed or their home. And it's been a great way for us to introduce our common programs, bring kids together, as well as to help kids get a vision for different career paths that they're interested in. And we're hoping to have more series like that with all different types of professions. Would you be able to talk about just the importance of that type of interaction, being able to bring kids together, help them think about things that aren't cancer?
Well, first of all, I think it's important that we treat our kids as kids because that's what they are. At the root of all of this, they are just kids. Yes, it might be a kid with cancer. It may be a teen with sickle cell. You never know. The diagnosis doesn't matter. It's that they are kids. They're here, and we need to help them through this process. They're not with their friends. They haven't seen their siblings for a long time. They're struggling because they're not at school or whatever the scenario, the case may be. And it's really important that we make sure that they themselves, the kid themselves, is really doing okay, and that we do the same thing for the family. It's really important that I think our motto at Rainbow is it's not the numbers. It's not the numbers that we're seeing and all of that. It's the individuals. They're all people. We want to treat them like family because that's how they deserve to be treated. They are kids just like any other kid you may meet. And so it's really important to treat them that way and, to look at them that way and realize that they're much more than their diagnosis. And I think that's true with Connecting Champions. It's really true with Rainbow, and the whole program that I run is that we want to work with kids to better them for the rest of their life. This may be something temporary in the terms of a heme kid. It may be something that they live with for the rest of their life, but it's not their identity.
Thank you. And Dr. Tomboc, I want to wrap up the panel by asking you one more question. We are really close to being able to launch physically. We're there virtually in West Virginia, but we're really close to launching physically there too, our second location. We've got our contract in place. We're being onboarded by HR as we speak. And I wanted to ask you what most excites you about being able to bring Connecting Champions to your care team, to your hospital, to your patients?
We do leave the mind out of our therapeutic, our kind of like our medical thought process. And I think this makes sure that this is front and center and provides an avenue to improve their quality of life, improve their experience, improve their perception of the situation. And I think that can only help us as we grow as a children's hospital and as we provide more care and better care. It is vital that we get, not only do we medically get these kids to survive medically, but we also want them to survive emotionally and mentally and make it through, get to the other side of this tunnel and live the rest of their lives, but do it, as best they can and as well as they can. And this provides that kind of assurance.
Wow. Well, to all three of you, thank you so much. I was really looking forward to this panel. When I think about the organization, oftentimes people talk about the founder, the founding moments. And for me, there's many founders and many founding moments to the best organizations. And I look at all three of you as founders, whether it's of our Pittsburgh program, our West Virginia program, our virtual program, but more so collectively founders of what will become a national program. And for that, I want to say thank you.